Hello everyone. Today we'll be talking about ITEC397. I'm a student taking this course, and this is the term project of this course, which stands for macro coding. Um, it's about Excel linked with the VBA, as you know, recording a macro and dealing with the macros in general through the Visual Basic. And here we have the insert controls button under the developer. The developer is the main tab in order to be able to have the debugs and run codes. But let's talk about this. We have 6 columns here from A to F. On the first column, we have the student numbers. Second column, we have the student names. Third column, we have the surnames of the students. The fourth column, we have the emails of these students. And fifth column, we have the courses or the subjects of the students. The sixth column is about the grades and specifically the letter grades. Okay, regarding this button, which is on the first row, as you can see here, this is the first row. Let's click here. This is the first row, third column. We have the button send emails. Okay. Insert controls, we have two types of controls regarding the insertion button, which one is for the form controls. It gives us the beginner buttons that it will be as a shape only in the Excel. But under the ActiveX controls, we have this one, which is the command button. This is the one we're using for this project, actually. And the command button helps us with dealing with using a clickable button that we will be able through it to have a functionable button giving us what we want in the output. Okay, let's check the code regarding these students and their emails and the courses and grades and all of their names and surnames as well. Okay, as we mentioned here, we have the command button, click, which is this is the function, the main function, private sub. Under it, we have this small function, which is send. And the send, which is a subset of the command button click, we have the custom row, the cursor column, the last row, and the temporary row. And we're dimming all of these. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're dimming all of these. Okay, the second dim is about the document location, the tag name, tag value, temple name, file path, and we assign them as a string. And here we have the current date, the last app date. We assign them as a date type. These are the types of these dimmings. And we have the work doc, work app out mail. We assign them as an object. And here we have the dim work content as a word range within the first sheet, which is sheet 1. And exactly we're referring to sheet 1 because as you can see here, we have only the first sheet and it's actually the only one we're using, which is sheet 1. About the file path, it's within where we're saving our folder. And it's under the C, as you can know, like the local disk C. Here we have the temple row, which is range B3, setting the template row to values. As you can see here, like we have these names, as you can see, the student ID under it, we have this student. Let's refer to the third row, all of it, not just B, C, or whatever it can be. As you can see here, we have the student number between the triangular braces, the name, the surname, the email, subjects, grades. Okay, why are we using these? Just a minute. Why are we using these? To set the template row value. This is for the value. As you can see here, I'm going to highlight this. This is the value. Okay, temple name 167009882, which is my student number. And this is referring to our Microsoft Word document, which is this one. Hello. As we said, we're assigning these as a values, and we will know about these later on, but these are the values beginnerly at the beginning, let's say. And here we have, let's get back to our code and see again what we have on the second step. Okay, about the document location, this one, document location. It's the combination of the file path and the template name, Word document file name. On the Word, now we're opening the Word document. Open Word document. On error, resume next. If Word is already running, we're gonna go to the next step. As long as the Word is running, set the Word app get object Word.application. So as we've done here, you can see, where is it? Let me check. Yeah, Word app here. Set Word app as Word.application, get object. Okay. And we're gonna change this. Let's do this change. Yes. And if error.number 0, then launch a new instance. So what's the meaning of these in general? It's about like you will be launching continuously until you got no errors. That's how it is going. Set Word app to create object Word.application. That's it, as we've did it here. Word app. Yes. Okay. Word app.visible. Word app.visible. This one is referring to hiding or showing the Microsoft Word application. So it's making it, as you can see, make the application visible to the audience or to the user. So it's what we can say, it's like making it visible or invisible instead. Last row range E999, determine the last row in table. So in my project, actually, we have the last row as the 15th. So as long as you reach this last row and column as well, like column F, row 15, then we're gonna stop here as long as we made it as the last row. So whenever you go to these 16, 17, blah, 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 until the end, you're gonna have a null value because there are no any inputs at these rows. Okay, now we have the custom row for to last row. Let's check here. The custom row for to last row to here. Okay. And now let's see about the custom column from 1 to 6, move through the 6 columns. Okay, why are we moving through the 6 columns? Because as I mentioned earlier, we're having these values, student number, name, surname, email, subjects, grades. So we're gonna be having to send all of these as in what to say that there are values constant from each other. And we're gonna be using these codes. So in order to avoid doing any repetition, let's say, so that's the tag value and the tag name. With Word doc.content. Okay, find execute, find text equals tag name. What does this mean? It means that you gotta find the text that in order you want to send the email to, and then replace it with the other like tag value. Like let's see here in Microsoft Word, we have the tag name and tag name here, and here as well as here. So these will change automatically as long as we're having values assigned to these triangular braces names of the tag names. So that's why it's very time consuming as long as we're not going to be forced to repeat what we are doing every now and then. Now let's go to the next. Now we will end it. We end it here. And now let's go to the next custom column. Okay, file name this workbook.pass ITEC397 term grades, whatever. Arrange A, which is the student number dot value, which is going to be the values assigned here in the tag value and tag name. But it's .pdf. So obviously, what this line does is shifting the Microsoft Word document to a PDF document. And now we have the Word doc.export as fixed format. Export as fixed format refers to exporting it as a PDF file. And the output file name, of course, it's just the file name as we did here. And as we mentioned it earlier here as well. File name as a string. Okay. Word doc.close, this means it's false. Yeah, this is how we do it, as you stop here and give it a false value, a Boolean false value. Okay, if error number is less than or greater than 0, then launch a new instance of Word. That's what we are referring to, as we did here as well, launch a new instances of Word, which we said that in order to face the problems of facing an error, you're gonna be trying, you will be trying and executing every now and then until there are no errors occurring. Set out tab, create object, which is going to be through using the Outlook application, the Microsoft Office Outlook. And this is how we're going to be attaching the emails to these emails listed here. As you can see here, we have the emails listed from the 4th row to the 15th row. Oh, that's to say we're having, sorry, I just clicked by mistake. So that's to say that we're having 11 emails in this project. Okay, and if that's after we are done with the issue of facing any errors and linking it with the Outlook application as well. That's the main step of sending the emails. Message body, it's hello, and regarding the C, why it's regarding the C column or the third column, let's just say, which is the third, yeah, C as number 3, because we're going to be sending the emails to the parents of these students listed, and they're going to be having their results of their children or sons, as you can say. So, and this here means a new line, as you know, without mail. 2, sheet 1 range D. Why is it D here? Okay, let's see here. What's D? D is the first column. This is D. So these are the emails. These are the emails here. Here, all the emails are going to be having this message body here. This message body is going to be sent to D. Okay, ITEC397 and ITEC314 results of your son attached through the student number, and this is the courses we're having here, 2 courses actually. And now let's check about the body, message body, and ending it at body as well. The attachments, we're going to use the file name because it's going to be attached, as we said, shifting it from Microsoft Word to a PDF file. And this BCC stands for a carbon copy. So for me, as the student who's making this project, this is my email, Outlook email actually. I'm going to be having a copy of every email I'm sending to these parents attached in our project. And now we're going to end with Outmail. So now we're done with the Outlook application issue, and Word doc.printout, which is not actually very necessary to be printed out as long as you can have it as a soft copy, and Word doc.close. Kill the file name. Why do we kill the file name? Erase the PDF file from the disk. We kill the file name from the disk so that we don't face, or in order to avoid the redundancy of data that we can face actually. So as long as you send this to the 4th column, let's say 4th row, sorry, to the 4th row, then we will fire it, okay? And then go again or kill it, let's say. Then we will go to the 5th, kill it until we've reached the 15th. So we will kill the file name for 10 times until we reach to the 11th time, which is the last one, where we set here the last row, and then the command will stop automatically because of this line we wrote here. Next custom row, I'm gonna go to the next custom row. This is gonna be not as in a loop, but this is the process until we reach, as here you can see, we have it until the 15th row. So this will be continuing until we reach the 15th row. Then we will out app.quit, which means we're quitting the Outlook application. Void app.quit, which means we're quitting this, like no more any Microsoft Word, we're quitting it. And now end with sheet 1, which is the sheet we're using. As we mentioned earlier, we only have this sheet 1. And yes, now we reach the end of the project, and we must make sure that this is working properly and 100% accessible through this message box. As long as this message box pops out in your project, this means that the emails are successfully sent to the parents of these students. And that's to say we are fully functionable in this project. So now the last step is clicking this command button that we talked about earlier, that we used it under the ActiveX controls. Okay, now let's click this. Maybe it will take some time to buffer, but let's click it and try. It's buffering, as you can see. And yes, the pop-up message which have the message box emails are sent is appearing successfully, and that's why the project means all of these are sent successfully. Hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you very much. And thank you. Yes, that's the end of our project.